Hello and welcome to my video. In this video I'm going to discuss the bad gut feeling, and in doing so I will explain again aspects of the basic cheat that inhumane people use. We can see from that we become aware of a lot of things directly through consciousness and not simply by sensory means. In fact, there is a lot that we are aware of through consciousness and without sensory means. And I have to wonder sometimes if we're not aware of everything through consciousness, and the sensory means only allows us to have physical experiences. In the cheats, some very interesting things are done. For instance, with the introduction, that is where they introduce the criminals that they are going to use to the potential victim, the person will see and or hear the people. They will see them, however, as simply as people either in the street or in some location somewhere they expect to see other people. It is important to say here that the introduction is a shared experience. That means that the chief offender will see exactly the same as what the person that they are looking to cheat will see and experience. Either they are with them or they're close by. If they've seen them, they say, oh, they're just people calling out to one another, or greeting of some sort, or argument. It's nothing to do with me. So they dismiss the information that they have about their awareness. And if they don't dismiss that information, then the chief offender, who is nearby, will move to cause them to dismiss the information using some belittling remark. Now, perception purely by consciousness comes into the picture when we see how the criminals are used. They are brought into the vicinity of the targeted person, the person they want to adversely affect in some way. These people are not necessarily within sight. They could be outside their house and even down the street, but they are furnished with a key, a means to get into the house, for instance. Now, there may be conscious awareness of these people when they're in their vicinity, but we don't know that for sure. But what we do know is that once the chief offender holds the intent to pose a threat, these people's presence become highly relevant, because the targeted person will suddenly have a fight or flight response, a fear response, which is of course the response to danger, real danger. So they must become aware of these people even though they don't see them, and that can only happen through consciousness. They become consciously aware. It's outside of sensory means. Fear, the fight or flight response, is the evidence that they have become aware, and yet with no sensory information. And we know that because it's been well established, scientifically established, that without real danger, there is no fight or flight response. So they had to have had a perception of the real danger that they were up against. And that could have only happened through consciousness. We see this sudden awareness outside of sensory means with the gut feeling. If something or someone poses a problem that would affect us, especially if it would affect our safety, some danger for instance, then we will become aware of it very quickly, very suddenly. Most often, we don't have any physical information at all about it. So it can't come through any sensory means. It has to be a perception directly through consciousness, conscious awareness. Now, the medical profession is trying to put this down to some sort of subconscious reaction in the brain, weighing up past experiences. This has never been proved. It's only a way of trying to explain the gut feeling. There's no way if we don't have any physical information. How on earth is the brain going to get the information required to even make the comparisons and assessments? They don't want to accept the reality that we have conscious awareness and that it can be virtually instant. Our gut feeling, whether it's good or bad, but most especially when it's bad, should never be ignored because it can be the red light that helps us to avoid danger and protect us, and therefore is in our benefit.
Thank you for viewing my video.